In May 2025, a significant alliance emerged in West Africa. It was named the Interstate Coalition Against Insurgency, or ISCA. Formed by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they aimed to forge a new path. This union marked a pivotal moment for the region. It signaled a collective desire to reclaim their future and sovereignty. The formation of ISCA was born from shared experiences and urgent needs. These nations have long faced complex challenges. Insurgency and terrorism have deeply affected their stability. They believed they could address these issues together. This alliance represents a commitment to mutual support. It is a promise of collective security and shared destiny. The timing of ISCA's creation is deeply symbolic. It happened in a world grappling with many uncertainties. For West Africa, it represented a conscious shift, a shift away from dependency on external powers. The leaders of these nations spoke of a new beginning. They emphasized the need for African solutions to African problems. This coalition is more than a military pact. It is a statement of intent, a declaration of self-determination. It is a resolve to build a more secure future. The nations of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger share a profound history. This history is marked by significant struggle and resilience. Colonial exploitation left deep scars on their societies. The arbitrary drawing of borders sowed seeds of future conflict. Natural resources were extracted, benefiting external powers immensely. Local economies were structured to serve colonial interests. This created long-term dependencies that are hard to break. The fight for independence was hard-won, but brought new challenges. These historical burdens continue to shape their present realities. Political instability has also been a recurring theme. Coups d'état have frequently disrupted governance in these countries. Such events often reflected internal power struggles. They were sometimes exacerbated by external interference. Each coup brought promises of change and stability. Yet, they often led to further uncertainty and turmoil. This cycle made long-term development very difficult. It also eroded trust between the people and their leaders. The quest for stable, democratic governance remains ongoing. ISCA emerges from this backdrop of political fragility. Foreign military interventions have been another constant presence. These interventions were often framed as necessary for security. The creation of ISCA was driven by an urgent need. This need was for African-led solutions to African security crises. The member states felt that existing approaches had failed. Insurgency and terrorism seemed to worsen, not improve. This was despite years of foreign military presence. A strong perception grew that external powers had other agendas. These agendas sometimes prioritized resource extraction over genuine peace. Dependency on others for security felt like a new form of control. This understanding became a catalyst for change. Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso voiced this sentiment powerfully. He stated, "We can no longer outsource our security to those who benefit from our instability." This quote captures the core philosophy behind ISCA. It reflects a deep disillusionment with foreign interventions. It also shows a rising confidence in their own capabilities. The leaders believe that true security cannot be imported. It must be built from within, by those who understand the local context. This principle of self-reliance is central to ISCA's mission. ISCA prioritizes the sovereignty of its member nations above all. The alliance is built on mutual respect and equality. Section 4. Faces of a New Era, the Leaders Steering ISCA. The leadership of ISCA comprises figures who symbolize a new wave of resistance. Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso is prominent among them. He is often described as the face of the Pan-African military movement. His pronouncements resonate widely, especially among the youth. He advocates for a radical break from neo-colonial dependencies. Traoré emphasizes national dignity and self-sufficiency. His actions and rhetoric have positioned him as a key ideologue. He inspires a vision of a truly independent African future. He encourages young Africans to stay and build their continent. Colonel Assimi Goïta of Mali is another pivotal leader within ISCA. He rose to prominence following political changes in his country. Goïta took decisive steps to assert Malian sovereignty. This included the expulsion of French troops from Malian soil. This act was seen by many as restoring dignity to Mali's defense. It signaled a clear rejection of foreign military oversight. His leadership is characterized by a firm stance on national interests. He is committed to ensuring Mali's security is in Malian hands. His actions have been bold and transformative. General Abdurrahmane Chiani of Niger completes this trio of influential leaders. Section 5. A Continent Awakens ISCA and the Pan-African Resurgence. The formation of ISCA has not gone unnoticed by Western powers. Nations like France and the European Union have expressed deep concern. This new alliance is perceived as a challenge to their established interests. For decades, Western nations held significant influence in the Sahel region. This influence extended to economic, political, and military spheres. ISCA's assertion of autonomy directly questions this status quo. The control over Africa's vast natural resources is a key factor. The alliance is seen as a potential threat to continued access. Western media narratives have often portrayed the leaders of ISCA negatively. They are sometimes labeled as dangerous or authoritarian. This portrayal can be seen as an attempt to undermine their legitimacy. It fits a historical pattern where African leaders seeking true independence are discredited. The notion that African nations cannot govern themselves effectively is an old colonial trope. ISCA's very existence refutes this idea. It demonstrates a capacity for self-organization and collective action. The withdrawal of French troops from Niger and Burkina Faso prior to ISCA already signaled this shift. ISCA is more than just a regional security pact. It is a significant part of a broader Pan-African awakening. Similar calls for African freedom, unity, and self-reliance are echoing across the continent. Support the message. Like, share, and subscribe to help awaken and unite Africa and the oppressed around the world.